If you're a gamer, you've probably heard of E3, and if you've heard of E3, then you know right around now the event is going on and all the game developers and console companies are announcing tons of new games and tech. Today we're going to be going over one of the games announced at E3. Hey guys, it's the Metal Cow and this is Assassin's Creed Origins, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Assassin's Creed Origins looks beautiful. Honestly, if there's one thing I know Ubisoft did amazingly in development of this game, it is in the graphics department. Here's a few screenshots to show you just how beautiful this game is. Egypt looks amazing and like it'll be crazy fun to play in. For as long as I can remember, Assassin's Creed fans have wanted a game that takes place in Egypt, and it looks like we're finally getting one. From the looks of it, we're going to be able to explore ancient Egyptian tombs inside of the pyramids. That's just awesome. Just the thought of it has my heart racing with excitement. None of this even stands up to the fact that we'll be able to ride camels. I find this to be the funniest thing and, to be honest, downright amazing. I know people really do it, so it shouldn't be so hilarious to me, but I don't know guys, camels are just funny animals. Just the thought of exploring a tomb within a pyramid and then riding into the sunset on the back of a camel sounds like the greatest thing that's ever happened in gaming history. The new combat honestly doesn't look half bad. While I would prefer the combat of Assassin's Creed 3 or Black Flag, so far Origins combat is looking pretty fun. Given there are some problems I saw with it, such as the fact that when Bayek, I'm not quite sure which yet, but when he dodges, he seems to slide across the floor, almost like Lucio when he's rollerblading in Overwatch, dodging around and strafing and whatnot. It just looks fake and not really possible, to be honest. Now, I've seen a lot of people complaining about this, but personally I'm giving Ubisoft a bit of a pass on this for now, as the gameplay trailer obviously states in the bottom right corner that the footage is from the alpha version of the game, so I'm assuming they are still working on the animations and smoothing out the kinks before release. Personally, I don't like that they seem to be going more of an RPG route with this Assassin's Creed. To me, Assassin's Creed has always been an action-adventure game that was mostly realistic. They did have some things like Eagle Vision and the ones who came before, but those were mostly explained in the lore and made sense. With this new focus on RPG elements in Assassin's Creed Origins, I'm seeing things that I wouldn't want to see in an Assassin's Creed game. For example, in the gameplay trailer you clearly see Bayek fire multiple arrows into one of his enemies, and he keeps fighting like it didn't happen. I really don't want to see any bullet sponging in this game. If an enemy takes an arrow to the head, I want that enemy to die. To go along with that, I'm afraid that with them giving the enemies levels, that there will be enemies that will be too strong to handle. Now this makes sense. I mean, if someone's stronger than you, then you really don't want to fight them, right? That's pretty realistic. I'm just worried that with the levels that they have, that you won't be able to kill them instantly with an air assassination or something like that. I also noticed the free running seemed kinda weird. There was part of the trailer where Bayek climbed the wall in the fortress and seemingly jumped his height up the wall twice in a row in order to get to the top. I understand that they are trying to make the free running faster and flow better, but personally I think the slower, more realistic free running from the Ezio trilogy was much better and looked amazing. Honestly, don't even get me started on Bayek's Eagle. It's pretty much just a reskin of the drone from Watch Dogs or the owl from Far Cry Primal. The fact that they say he's seeing through the eyes of the eagle is just too magical for an Assassin's Creed game. But honestly, I don't think the eagle is really that bad. Plenty of people have trained birds to find or search for things for them. So I hope he's not really seeing through the eyes of the eagle. It's more like telling the eagle to tell him where the guards are by making an eagle noise when he's above one. That would just make much more sense to me and would make me feel much better about the eagle. Now for me at least, there are only two things that I thought could possibly be deal breakers in this game, at least for me anyways. If you've watched the trailer, then I know you saw the giant snake, and in case you haven't, here's a clip. Now in my opinion, the giant snake is horrendous. It's entirely unrealistic in my opinion. When asked about it in an interview, one of the developers would dodge the question. He basically said that they wanted to convey the same sense of mysticism that the Egyptians had into the Assassin's Creed Origins game. I honestly wouldn't worry about it if it was explained away as a hallucination or a dream, but if they have a giant snake that has no reason to be there other than quote-unquote Egyptian mysticism, I will honestly be annoyed. I found that the arrow that magically curves down to hit Bayek's target was kinda weird too. I would understand if they explained it away with a piece of Eden or something similar. I mean, in Assassin's Creed 3, Connor could find a ring that would make him impervious to bullets. But as I said earlier, I'm worried that they will just either not explain it or just add it in because it's a game and let it be that. Or even them explaining it as something dumb like Bayek was such a skilled bowman that he could curve arrows mid-flight. That would just sound so stupid. I'm hoping that Ubisoft does better than that. Like I said earlier, Assassin's Creed has always been grounded in reality. There were always a few things that weren't quite realistic, but they were always explained in a way that made them okay. I'm worried that they are going to turn this game into something that I feel Assassin's Creed isn't. Now, I'm not a developer, so I guess it's not really my place to say this, but Assassin's Creed has always been an action-adventure game grounded in reality with fairly realistic gameplay. I would be disappointed if they turn Assassin's Creed into an RPG that uses magic to explain unrealistic things. That being said, guys, this game is looking like it could be pretty fun, and if they explain the things that don't make sense in a way that in the end it does make sense, I think I could be very happy with this game. I had a ton of fun making this video, and I would really love to make more like this. That being said, comment down below what you think of the game and tell me what you think of this video. And if you enjoy me starting a series like this where I go over the new and soon to be released games and basically talk about the good and bad parts of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.